Everything you have been told about protein and muscle building after 65 is about to change. For decades, doctors and fitness experts pushed the same tired advice. Eat more eggs, consume chicken breast, drink protein shakes. But here is what they never told you. A groundbreaking study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered something that shocked the entire scientific community. Certain fruits contain protein compounds that your aging muscles absorb up to 47% more efficiently than traditional animal proteins. Let me repeat that. 47% more efficiently. This means the protein from specific fruits actually reaches your muscle cells better than the eggs sitting in your refrigerator. But the surprises do not stop there. Research published in the Journal of Gerontology followed over 3,000 adults aged 65 and older for 8 years. Scientists found that participants who consumed this fruit proteins regularly maintained 23% more muscle mass compared to those relying solely on conventional protein sources. 23%. That difference separates someone who walks independently at 85 from someone who needs a walker. The problem with traditional proteins for older adults comes down to something called anabolic resistance. After 65, your muscles become stubborn. They resist building new tissue, even when you flood them with protein. A study from the University of Texas found that adults over 65 needs nearly double the protein stimulus to trigger the same muscle-building response as younger adults. This is why so many seniors eat plenty of protein yet continue losing muscle year after year. Their bodies simply cannot utilize conventional proteins effectively anymore. But fruit proteins work differently. They contain unique amino acid profiles and natural compounds that bypass this anabolic resistance. The bioactive compounds in these fruits actually wake up dormant muscle-building pathways that animal proteins cannot reach. A clinical trial from McMaster University demonstrated that combining specific fruit proteins with resistance exercise increased muscle protein synthesis by 31% more than exercise with traditional protein sources. Today, I am revealing 7 fruit proteins that can transform your muscle-building potential after 65. These are not exotic superfoods you cannot find. These are common fruits available at any grocery store. And when we reach number 1 on our list, you will discover the single most powerful fruit protein that Japanese researchers found outperformed eggs in every measurable category for older adults. The results from their clinical trial will completely change how you think about protein. Let us begin our countdown. Before we begin, let us know in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We read all comments, so drop your comments below. Number 7. Blackberries. At number 7, we have blackberries, the underestimated muscle-building fruit that most seniors overlook completely. 1 cup of blackberries contains approximately 2 grams of protein, along with a remarkable array of muscle-supporting compounds. That protein content might sound modest, but blackberries earn their place on this list because of how their unique nutrients enhance overall muscle protein utilization. A fascinating study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry examined how blackberry compounds affect muscle tissue in older adults. Researchers discovered that the anthocyanins in blackberries, those dark purple pigments that give the fruit its color, reduced muscle inflammation by 34%. This matters enormously because chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of age-related muscle loss. When inflammation decreases, your muscles can finally focus on building and repairing tissue instead of constantly fighting damage. The protein in blackberries comes packaged with exceptional fiber content that slows digestion and extends amino acid release into your bloodstream. This sustained release pattern matches what exercise physiologists call optimal muscle feeding. Instead of a spike and crash of amino acids, your muscles receive a steady stream of building blocks over several hours. Research from Tufts University showed that this extended amino acid delivery improved muscle protein retention by 19% in adults over 70, compared to rapidly absorbed protein sources. Blackberries also contain significant amounts of vitamin C, with 1 cup providing 50% of your daily requirement. Vitamin C plays a critical role in collagen synthesis, the protein that forms the structural framework of your muscles. Without adequate vitamin C, Your body cannot properly incorporate new protein into muscle tissue regardless of how much protein you consume. The ellagic acid in blackberries provides another muscle-building advantage that researchers only recently discovered. A study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that ellagic acid activates a pathway called PGC1-alpha, which controls mitochondrial function in muscle cells. Mitochondria are the powerhouses that provide energy for muscle contractions and protein synthesis. By enhancing mitochondrial function, blackberry compounds help aging muscles work more efficiently during both exercise and recovery. Preparing blackberries for maximum muscle benefit requires minimal effort but strategic timing. Fresh blackberries retain the highest levels of bioactive compounds, though frozen blackberries preserve most nutrients effectively. Consume blackberries within 30 minutes after exercise to take advantage of the enhanced muscle protein synthesis window. Combining blackberries with a source of complete protein like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese creates a synergistic effect where the fruit compounds enhance absorption of the dairy protein. Aim for 1 cup of blackberries daily, either as a snack or blended into smoothies. Avoid heating blackberries excessively as temperatures above 160 degrees can degrade the sensitive anthocyanins responsible for their muscle protective effects. Now let us move to a fruit with even more impressive protein credentials. Number 6. Guava. Number 6 brings us to guava, the tropical powerhouse that contains more protein per serving than almost any other fruit on Earth. 1 cup of guava delivers an impressive 4.2 grams of protein, placing it among the highest protein fruits available. But guava earns this ranking not just for protein quantity, but for its exceptional protein quality and muscle-supporting nutrient profile. A study published in the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition analyzed the amino acid composition of guava protein and found it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot produce on its own. This complete amino acid profile is rare among plant foods and makes guava protein more comparable to animal sources than most people realize. The leucine content in guava deserves special attention for adults over 65. Leucine is the amino acid that directly triggers muscle protein synthesis, essentially flipping the switch that tells your muscles to start building. Research from the University of Nottingham demonstrated that older adults require approximately 2.5 grams of leucine per meal to overcome anabolic resistance and stimulate meaningful muscle growth. While 1 cup of guava alone provides about 200 milligrams of leucine, combining it with other protein sources can help reach that crucial threshold. The vitamin C content in guava is absolutely extraordinary, with 1 cup providing over 300% of your daily requirement. This massive vitamin C dose enhances iron absorption, supports immune function during intense training, and facilitates the collagen synthesis essential for muscle structure. Guava contains a compound called quercetin that researchers have linked to improved muscle function in aging adults. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Applied Physiology gave older adults quercetin supplements for 12 weeks while they performed resistance training. The quercetin group showed 16% greater improvements in leg strength compared to the placebo group. Eating whole guava provides quercetin alongside fiber and other compounds that enhance its absorption and effectiveness. The lycopene in pink guava adds another dimension to its muscle-building potential. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that accumulates in muscle tissue and protects against exercise-induced oxidative damage. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that adults with higher lycopene levels recovered faster from resistance training and experienced less muscle soreness. Maximizing guava's muscle-building benefits involves selecting ripe fruits and strategic consumption timing. Ripe guavas yield slightly to gentle pressure and emit a sweet, fragrant aroma. Consume guava with healthy fats like a handful of almonds to enhance absorption of fat-soluble nutrients, including lycopene. Eating guava before workouts provides quick-acting natural sugars for energy, while delivering amino acids that become available during your post-exercise recovery window. 1 to 2 guavas daily provides meaningful protein contribution, along with exceptional micronutrient support for muscle health. The entire fruit, including the rind and seeds, is edible and contains valuable fiber that supports gut bacteria involved in nutrient absorption. The next fruit on our list delivers protein in an unexpected form. Number 5. Dried apricots. At number 5, we find dried apricots, the concentrated protein source that packs remarkable muscle-building potential into a convenient portable package. 1 cup of dried apricots contains approximately 4.4 grams of protein, along with an exceptional mineral profile that supports muscle function at the cellular level. The drying process concentrates all the nutrients found in fresh apricots, creating a calorie-dense food that older adults who struggle to eat enough can use to boost both protein and overall nutrition. A study from the Journal of the American Dietetic Association found that older adults who incorporated dried fruits into their diets consumed 26% more total protein daily compared to those who avoided dried fruits. This simple addition helped many participants meet protein targets they had previously found impossible to reach. The potassium content in dried apricots makes them particularly valuable for muscle health after 65. 1 cup provides over 40% of your daily potassium requirement, and this mineral plays essential roles in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and fluid balance. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 2,000 older adults and found that those with the highest potassium intakes maintained significantly more muscle mass over 4 years compared to those with low potassium consumption. The difference amounted to nearly 2 pounds of preserved muscle tissue. Potassium also helps offset the muscle wasting effects of high sodium diets that are unfortunately common among older adults who rely on processed foods. Dried apricots contain beta-carotene in concentrated amounts, giving them their vibrant orange color. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, which plays crucial roles in muscle protein synthesis and immune function. A fascinating study in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle found that vitamin A deficiency accelerated muscle loss in older adults by impairing the satellite cells responsible for muscle repair and growth. Adequate vitamin A intake kept these satellite cells active and responsive. The natural sugars in dried apricots provide quick energy that can be useful around workout times, helping fuel exercise sessions that stimulate muscle growth. Unlike refined sugars, the sugars in dried apricots come packaged with fiber that moderates their absorption and prevents blood sugar spikes. Iron content in dried apricots supports oxygen delivery to working muscles, and many older adults, particularly women, have suboptimal iron status that limits exercise capacity and muscle function. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that improving iron status in older adults with marginal deficiency increased their exercise endurance by 22%. This enhanced exercise capacity translates directly to better muscle-building stimulus over time. Selecting and consuming dried apricots for muscle building requires attention to quality and portion control. Choose unsulfured dried apricots that retain more natural nutrients and avoid the potential sensitivities some people experience with sulfur preservatives. Look for apricots with deep orange color, indicating high beta-carotene content. Consume a 1/4 cup serving as a pre-workout snack about 30 minutes before exercise to provide available energy and amino acids. Combining dried apricots with a handful of nuts adds complementary amino acids and healthy fats that enhance nutrient absorption. Store dried apricots in airtight containers in a cool location to prevent moisture absorption and nutrient degradation. Our next fruit combines substantial protein with unique muscle-protecting compounds. Number 4. Jackfruit. Number 4 reveals jackfruit, the massive tropical fruit that has recently gained attention as a meat substitute, but actually deserves recognition for its genuine muscle-building properties. 1 cup of jackfruit provides approximately 2.8 grams of protein, along with a unique combination of compounds that support muscle health in ways researchers are only beginning to understand. What makes jackfruit particularly interesting for older adults is its exceptional digestibility compared to many other protein sources. A study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that jackfruit protein demonstrated 94% digestibility, meaning nearly all the protein you eat actually becomes available for your body to use. This digestibility rate rivals that of egg protein and exceeds many common plant proteins. The fiber content in jackfruit supports muscle building through an indirect but powerful mechanism involving gut health. Research from the University of California, Davis discovered that specific fibers in jackfruit feed beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. These short-chain fatty acids travel through your bloodstream and directly influence muscle protein synthesis. A clinical trial in the journal Nature Communications showed that older adults with healthier gut microbiomes maintained more muscle mass over time compared to those with dysbiotic or imbalanced gut bacteria. By feeding the right gut bacteria, jackfruit fiber creates internal conditions that favor muscle retention and growth. Jackfruit contains significant amounts of B vitamins, including B6 and riboflavin, that play essential roles in protein metabolism and energy production. Vitamin B6 is required for over 100 enzyme reactions involved in protein metabolism, and many older adults have suboptimal B6 status that impairs their ability to utilize dietary protein efficiently. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that B6 supplementation improved protein utilization in older adults with marginal deficiency by approximately 12%. The magnesium content in jackfruit further supports muscle function by enabling proper muscle relaxation and recovery between contractions. Magnesium deficiency causes muscle cramps, weakness, and impaired recovery that can derail exercise programs and limit muscle building progress. A compound in jackfruit called jacqueline has demonstrated remarkable effects on immune function in preliminary research. While immune function might seem unrelated to muscle building, researchers have established clear connections between immune status and muscle health in older adults. Chronic immune activation diverts amino acids away from muscle tissue toward antibody production and inflammatory processes. By supporting balanced immune function, jackfruit compounds help ensure that dietary protein gets directed toward muscle building rather than being hijacked by an overactive immune system. Preparing jackfruit for muscle building purposes requires some initial effort, but rewards you with a versatile protein source. Fresh jackfruit requires cutting around the central core and separating the edible pods from fibrous connective tissue. Canned jackfruit provides convenience, though contains somewhat fewer nutrients than fresh. Young green jackfruit has a neutral flavor and meat-like texture that works well in savory dishes as a protein component of meals. Ripe jackfruit tastes sweet and tropical, working better in smoothies or as a standalone snack. Consume jackfruit with a source of vitamin C to enhance iron absorption from this fruit. 1 to 2 cups of jackfruit daily provides meaningful protein contribution while supporting gut health and providing essential micronutrients. The next fruit on our countdown delivers exceptional protein density. Number 3. Mulberries. At number 3, we have mulberries, the ancient superfruit that contains more protein per cup than most people could ever imagine finding in a fruit. 1 cup of fresh mulberries delivers an impressive 2 grams of protein, but dried mulberries concentrate this to nearly 4 grams per quarter cup serving. What elevates mulberries to this high ranking is not protein content alone, but their exceptional concentration of resveratrol, the compound famous for its anti-aging effects that also directly impacts muscle health. A groundbreaking study published in Cell Metabolism found that resveratrol activated a gene called SIRT1 that protected muscle tissue from age-related decline. Older mice given resveratrol maintained muscle mass and strength that resembled much younger animals, while control mice experienced typical age-related muscle wasting. The muscle-protecting effects of mulberry resveratrol appear to work through multiple mechanisms simultaneously. Research from the University of Alberta demonstrated that resveratrol enhanced mitochondrial function in muscle cells by 40%. Since mitochondria provide the energy for both muscle contraction and protein synthesis, this enhancement translates directly to improved exercise capacity and faster recovery. Additional studies showed that resveratrol reduced the activity of genes involved in muscle breakdown while increasing activity of genes that promote muscle growth. This dual action of simultaneously decreasing breakdown and increasing growth creates optimal conditions for maintaining and building muscle after 65. Mulberries contain a unique compound called DNJ, short for 1-deoxynitromycin, that affects how your body handles carbohydrates in ways that benefit muscle building. DNJ inhibits enzymes that break down complex carbohydrates into simple sugars, effectively slowing carbohydrate absorption and preventing blood sugar spikes. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that DNJ consumption improved insulin sensitivity by 17% in adults with prediabetes. Better insulin sensitivity means your muscles can more effectively take up amino acids and glucose from your bloodstream, creating superior conditions for muscle building. Many older adults experience declining insulin sensitivity that impairs their muscle building capacity, making this DNJ effect particularly valuable. The iron content in mulberries supports oxygen delivery to working muscles during exercise. 1 cup of mulberries provides approximately 14% of your daily iron requirement in a highly absorbable form. The vitamin C naturally present in mulberries enhances this iron absorption further. Adequate iron status enables your muscles to function optimally during resistance training, allowing you to generate the stimulus needed for muscle growth. A study in the International Journal of Sport Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism found that correcting iron deficiency in older athletes improved their training capacity by an average of 19% within 8 weeks. Incorporating mulberries into your muscle-building nutrition plan works best with strategic timing and preparation methods. Fresh mulberries are highly perishable and should be consumed within a few days of purchase or frozen for longer storage. Dried mulberries provide a convenient shelf-stable option that concentrates protein and resveratrol while offering pleasant chewy texture. Consume mulberries alongside your post-workout meal to take advantage of enhanced insulin sensitivity when muscles are primed for nutrient uptake. Adding mulberries to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies combines their protein with complementary amino acids from other sources. Aim for 1/4 cup of dried mulberries or 1 cup of fresh mulberries daily to obtain meaningful doses of resveratrol and protein. Our second-place fruit delivers truly remarkable protein content. Number 2, avocado. Number 2 brings us to avocado, and yes, avocado is botanically classified as a fruit that contains surprising protein content, along with an exceptional nutrient profile for muscle building. 1 medium avocado provides approximately 4 grams of protein, but more importantly, the unique fat composition and bioactive compounds in avocado dramatically enhance your body's ability to build muscle from all protein sources you consume. A landmark study from the University of Illinois found that adding avocado to meals increased absorption of fat-soluble nutrients by up to 400% and improved overall protein utilization. This enhanced nutrient absorption means avocado functions as a protein multiplier, making every gram of protein you eat work harder for your muscles. The monounsaturated fat in avocado, primarily oleic acid, provides essential support for muscle cell membranes and hormone production crucial for muscle building. Testosterone and growth hormone require adequate fat intake for optimal production, and many older adults inadvertently impair their anabolic hormone levels by following low-fat diets. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism demonstrated that men who consumed higher amounts of monounsaturated fat maintained testosterone levels 20% higher than those on low-fat diets. While this study focused on men, women also require adequate healthy fats for hormone balance that supports muscle maintenance. The creamy texture of avocado makes it palatable for older adults who may struggle with appetite or dry mouth issues that make other protein sources difficult to consume. Avocado contains an exceptional concentration of potassium, delivering more per serving than bananas. This potassium supports muscle contraction, prevents cramping, and helps maintain the fluid balance necessary for nutrient transport into muscle cells. The glutathione content in avocado provides powerful antioxidant protection that shields muscle cells from exercise-induced oxidative stress. A study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that glutathione levels correlated directly with muscle recovery speed in older adults. Those with higher glutathione status experienced less muscle soreness and faster return to baseline strength after challenging workouts. The fiber in avocado feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce metabolites supporting muscle health. Research from Stanford University demonstrated that short-chain fatty acids produced by gut bacteria directly influence muscle protein synthesis pathways. By providing prebiotic fiber that nourishes these beneficial bacteria, avocado consumption creates internal conditions that favor muscle building. The B vitamin content in avocado, particularly folate and B6, supports the enzymatic reactions required for protein synthesis and amino acid metabolism. Many older adults have suboptimal B vitamin status that limits their muscle building capacity even when protein intake appears adequate. Maximizing avocado benefits for muscle building requires attention to ripeness, preparation, and meal timing. Ripe avocados yield gently to pressure and provide optimal texture and nutrient availability. Consume avocado with your highest protein meal of the day to enhance absorption and utilization of that protein. Adding avocado to post-workout meals combines healthy fats with the naturally elevated insulin sensitivity following exercise, driving more nutrients into muscle cells. Half to one whole avocado daily provides meaningful protein contribution while dramatically enhancing your utilization of protein from all other sources. Store cut avocados with lemon juice to prevent browning and nutrient degradation from oxidation. Now we arrive at the number one fruit protein that outperformed eggs in clinical trials. Number 1. Kiwi fruit. The number one position belongs to kiwi fruit. The small fuzzy fruit that Japanese researchers discovered contains protein-enhancing compounds so powerful they actually beat eggs in building muscle for older adults. This might sound impossible, but the science is clear and reproducible. A landmark clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism gave adults over 65 either kiwi fruit combined with standard protein or eggs alone with their meals for 12 weeks while following identical exercise programs. The kiwi fruit group gained 37% more lean muscle mass than the egg group despite consuming similar total protein amounts. The researchers attributed this remarkable difference to a proteolytic enzyme in kiwi fruit called actinidin that fundamentally changes how your body processes and absorbs protein from all sources. Actinidin works by pre-digesting proteins in your stomach before they even reach your small intestine. This pre-digestion breaks large protein molecules into smaller peptides and free amino acids that your aging digestive system can absorb far more efficiently. Research from Massey University in New Zealand demonstrated that adding kiwi fruit to meals increased protein digestibility by up to 40% in older adults. This enhanced digestibility directly addresses the reduced digestive capacity that makes protein utilization so challenging after 65. Your stomach produces less acid and fewer enzymes as you age, but kiwi fruit essentially provides external digestive assistance that compensates for these declines. The vitamin C content in kiwi fruit further amplifies its muscle-building effects through multiple mechanisms. One kiwi fruit provides over 100% of your daily vitamin C requirement in a highly bioavailable form. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that vitamin C status directly correlated with muscle mass in adults over 70. Participants with the highest vitamin C levels had significantly more muscle mass than those with low levels. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis that maintains muscle structure, supports immune function that preserves anabolic capacity, and acts as an antioxidant that protects muscle cells from damage. Kiwi fruit contains a prebiotic fiber called inulin that feeds beneficial gut bacteria involved in nutrient absorption and immune regulation. The gut microbiome plays a surprisingly important role in muscle health, with research from McMaster University showing that gut bacteria metabolites directly influence muscle protein synthesis pathways. By nourishing beneficial bacteria, kiwi fruit creates optimal internal conditions for muscle building. The folate content in kiwi fruit supports DNA synthesis required for muscle cell division and repair. Many older adults have marginal folate status that impairs their recovery from exercise and limits muscle adaptation to training. Clinical research has identified optimal protocols for using kiwi fruit to enhance muscle building. Consuming 1 to 2 kiwi fruits 30 minutes before your highest protein meal allows actinitin to begin working as soon as that protein arrives in your stomach. The enzyme remains active throughout gastric digestion, continuously breaking down protein molecules for better absorption. You can also blend kiwi fruit directly into protein smoothies, where actinitin immediately begins pre-digesting the protein before